Okay, now we're going to look at the bolus from bag feature on the pumps. With it, we will use the DKA protocol. So I'm selecting my channel, and of course we want to pick guardrail drugs, and we want insulin, and I have to page down. So now I have insulin continuous, and then you go to your therapy. So we have the DKA and other. So we're doing DKA. This is asking you, do you have the 150 units and 150 mils? And we do. This is a clinical advisory reminding them that they have to have double verification with RNs, and this is just another advisory, and they will still document on EMR like they do today. Okay, so now it's just confirming I have 150 units and 150 mils. My patient weight is already in there because I had entered it previously for the heparin. Now I have the dosing units in units per kilogram per hour, and the concentration is 1 unit per mil. So I'm hitting next to confirm. So I have a continuous infusion. My rate is 7 mils per hour. My dose is 0.1 units per kilogram per hour. Now they can change any of these features. If you notice, if I change the rate, it changes my dose down here to reflect what the units per kilogram per hour are. So I'm going to go back to 7. And I will have to put in the volume to be infused, which is basically the bag's volume. So we'll put the 150 mils in there. Now you notice once I enter the volume to be infused, this bolus feature becomes available. This allows them to program the bolus in addition to programming the bag. With this being the DKA protocol, it pulls in the protocol's initial bolus dose, which is the 0.1 units per kilogram. It has the patient's weight, and the duration is also set up for 1 minute and is pre-programmed in there. So it's saying our total dose is 7 units, and it will be infused at 0.1 units per kilogram per minute. Or they also have the option to do the rapid bolus. I'm going to do that just so for time's sake. So now if I realize I need to do something with my continuous, I could go back to it, but I'm confident with that, so I'm going to hit start. And you'll notice that it says bolus volume to be infused is 7 mils. The 0.1 units per kilogram bolus is going in. It shows the nurse over here. It's running at 504 mils per hour. It's insulin continuous, 0.1 unit per kilogram. So that'll be infusing. It shows over here and it's here as well. Then once the bolus is infused, it will do a double beep that's a little bit different, and then it automatically switches to the programming of the continuous infusion. The nurse does not have to do any programming of the pump or hit start or anything like that, and that's one of the added bonus safety features of the bolus, is programming it with your continuous infusion. So now there's our beep that the bolus dose is complete, and it's also scrolling across here. I believe it'll go 3 times, and it shows you over here there's 143 mils for the volume to be infused, which makes sense because we start out with 150. So now the insulin infusion is going, and it is going at 0.1 units per kilogram per hour. Scrolling across here to say the continuous infusion, and 0.1 units per kilogram per hour, which is 7 mils per hour. And that's the bolus from the bag.